James Bond.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. Humans sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Vegetarian. Wow. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and today we've got a cult classic martial arts flick. It's Robert Klaus's 1973 classic and Bruce Lee's greatest film. It is Enter the Dragon. And guys, this is indeed a classic, like I said. So let's get into this little gem. Here is Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon is the ultimate 70s martial arts spectacular, mixed with blaxploitation elements and good old-fashioned kung fu action. Starring the legendary Bruce Lee in one of his most iconic roles ever, Enter the Dragon is the epitome of cool. The film follows a martial artist by the name of Lee, who is recruited to spearhead a perilous mission into the ranks of a dangerous crime lord's martial arts tournament. Owned by the evil Han, who rules with an iron fist on his private island and surrounded by armed thugs, the tournament is high stakes and extremely deadly. As Lee rises in the brackets, can he figure out the secret to Han's island and possibly stumble across a hidden den of opium, slaves, and other sordid affairs? Or will he lose his life in this ultimate showdown? Bruce Lee takes on the role of Lee, the aptly named martial artist who has all the right moves. Being the first breakout role for Lee that really introduced him to international success, it's amazing that he did such a solid job with this larger-than-life debut. Though he had a few hits with The Big Boss, The Chinese Connection, and The Way of the Dragon, it was Enter the Dragon that really launched his career into the stratosphere. Unfortunately for him and any martial arts loving fan, Enter the Dragon was his last film before his tragic death later that same year. But his legacy lives on through his character both on and off the screen. It goes without saying that Enter the Dragon was the apex of his film career, and the crowning example on just how charismatic he truly was. Rounding out the rest of the cast is John Saxon as Roper and Jim Kelly as Williams, two fighters who enter into Han's martial arts tournament. Saxon and Kelly do commendable jobs in their respective roles, with Saxon playing the more rogue and sly of the two, while Kelly soaks up all that 70s jive and style. They are both a real treat in the film, and their inclusion only serves to make this that much more of an entertaining ride. As for the overall feel of the film, Enter the Dragon is just fantastically funky and retro cool. The look is unapologetically groovy, with a stealthy dose of secret agent flavor to spice things up. You could almost view this film and Bruce Lee's portrayal as a martial arts version of James Bond. He's got the style, attitude, and moves of a secret agent, and the fact that a good deal of the flick takes place on a secret island lair of a diabolical criminal mastermind only adds to the film's genre similarities. In fact, the character of Han would sit rather nicely next to such famous James Bond villains like Blofeld, Goldfinger, and Dr. No. All in all, Enter the Dragon has enough style and substance to more than make it a classic of the martial arts genre. Enter the Dragon is the definition of Bruce Lee cool, showing us all the reasons why we love him so much. His charisma and confidence just shine in this entry, and the tragedy of his death only enhances the terrible loss that the film world and the rest of the world suffered when he passed all too soon. The cast across the board does a stupendous job with the material, with John Saxon, Jim Kelly, and Qin Shi as Han really upping the quality of the production tenfold. If ever there was a more swinging spy martial arts film, I've yet to run across it, and Enter the Dragon truly is in a league of its own. Whether it's the unlimited talent of Bruce Lee, the collaborative effort of the entire cast, or the overall genuine badass look and atmosphere of the flick, who's to say, but the one thing I do know is that Enter the Dragon is unquestionably one of the greatest martial arts films of all time. And guys, that was the insanely entertaining Enter the Dragon, one of Bruce Lee's absolute best. If you haven't seen this one before, check it out. Really is that fun. And that's it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, guys, I will see you at the next movie review. Take care.